Jared, and in this video tutorial we are going to be 3D modeling this ice cube tray in SolidWorks. So this is a video that I actually got offline. I found a video that took me step by step through how to make this on YouTube, but I'm recording my own video because the individual who made that video did some things slightly different than what we do in class. So I just thought it would be easier for you to understand by me making myself. So first off, what we're going to do is make a new part in SolidWorks, and this part is going to be in millimeters. We're also going to change our material right away to make it out of the material that most ice cube trays are made out of. So they are out of PE high density, that's polyethylene high density plastic. And close. Now we're going to be sketching on our top plane. We're going to be using the center rectangle. Click on your origin and dimension this to 285 wide to 105 tall. Again, all numbers and measurements are from the video that I found online. So now we're going to be extruding. We're going to go up, and that's going to get extruded up 60 millimeters. Here we're going to sketch on the top surface. I'm going to use the rectangle tool. I'm going to make a little rectangle down here in the bottom left-hand corner. And we're going to dimension that from the outside edge to the first edge of it. That's going to be 5 millimeters. It's going to be 30 millimeters this way. It's actually going to be vertical. Sorry, I pulled my rectangle out to the side a little bit longer. This is going to be 45 tall, so that's going to shape of it a little bit, which means we need to slide this up from here to the bottom edge. That's also going to be 5. Now we're going to go to the Features tab and hit Extrude Cut. And we're not just going to cut it straight down. An ice tray actually goes down on an angle so that they can stack inside of one another, and that is called drafting. So here on the left, there's a draft on or off button. We're going to click on it to enable it. And this is going to be drafted at 10 degrees. And we're going to be going down a cut of 35 millimeters. So as you can see, it cuts down on an angle. Check. Now from here, we're going to fillet all those inside edges. We're going to get our fillet tool. We're going to set the fillet to 2 millimeters. And since we want every edge on the inside, including our edge, it's much easier if you just kind of click on the surfaces. And even by clicking these four, it's going to do the bottom, so there's no point of even clicking on the bottom surface. You can check. Now from here, we're going to linear pattern this. So go up to linear pattern. My first direction is going to be this left side. And see, my arrow is pointing down, so I'm going to reverse that. So it's pointing upwards. And what I want here is spacing of 50. This is just going to be 2. My edge, or direction 2, is going to be this edge, so it's going sideways. You shouldn't have to change your arrow. Okay. One for spacing here is 35. Sorry, 5, and we want 8 of these. Okay. Down here where it says Features, and if we click in that box, I think it's easier if you just click the drop down. We're going to do the cut fillets. Green check. And you can see we have all the. So from here we're going to, this is going to be an interesting shell. The shell itself, you'd think, well, we're not really making anything. Well, this is going to be interesting. Right now it's kind of a box. We are going to be doing all the outsides. We're going to leave it with a wall thickness of 1. So we're going to change this to 1. I'm going to select all 5 outsides. So rotate around, including the bottom. I'm going to remove all of those sides up until the bottom of these pieces. Okay? And that is a pretty cool shell. Now we're going to fillet. Get your fillet tool. We're going to be filleting at a radius of 5. I'm going to zoom in, and we want all 4 of these corners, just so it kind of rounds those corners. Okay, green check. Now from here, we're going to be sketching on the top surface. Sketch on this top surface. And what we want is this outside surface. We're going to be making that little lip of the outside of the ice cube tray that allows you to easily grab it and separate it from the previous or lower ice cube tray. So what we're doing here is making a path. Later we're going to be profile and sweeping it. So we want this outside edge. Now you could use the different tools here to sketch the thing itself, but if you actually select that outside, select the top surface itself, convert entities, it's going to trace perfectly just the outside. It won't do all these fillets as that was a different feature, but if you select just the top, it'll trace the entire outside. So that is our path. Now I'm going to hit return, and we want to put a profile on this. Now because this has a corner, we can't just sketch right here on the front. We're going to sketch somewhere on that path. And where we'll start is actually on the front plane. Get your sketch tool, select the drop down, and the front plane cuts right through this. So no need to make a different sketch. Sketch right on the front plane. I'm going to zoom in over here, this right side, and I'm going to be using the line tool to kind of sketch out my shape. Here you can see there's a gray line with a gray dot. That's our path sketch, so we want to be selected to start so that we're actually connected to it. We're just going to go down, over, up, make this little lip. Go ahead and dimension. We're going to make this 5 tall altogether. Make it 3 wide. This top part, 1. And this is blue right now. That's fine. So I'm going to fillet these 2 corners. I'm going to get my fillet tool and say 0.5. That's going to be side 1. Then I'll make this one 1.5. Going to be the outside one. And it's still blue. This and this top part are going to be equal to one another. So in other words, that's also 1. So now my path. From here, I'm going to go to the Features tab. I'm going to hit Swept Base, and it's asking us for a profile, which is this sketch, that's sketch 4, and the path, that's going to be sketch 3. So if I just rotate, you could probably just click on this edge. Just for safe measure, I'm going to hit that drop down, and I'm going to select sketch 3 with the green. And there you go. There's our lip. Tray.